Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Only take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences at this time. And if you would like a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of November, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for November, it's inspired in Scorpio themed season we are on, and it's called Pandora Box. It's a reading that guides us through the shadow energy and presence in our lives, and it helps us understand how to tap into that darkness and create empowerment, magic, and enlightenment from it. And it also gives some guidance upon what type of power is being unleashed in your reality, both positive and negative results and experiences as well coming from there. So if you would like more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Virgos, I do feel like November could present itself a challenge for some of you to not relapse into emotional destructive, tendencies. I feel like some of you feel a little bit at loss when it comes to your emotional circumstances, and you have a hard time fully releasing from you experiences, traumas, disappointments, regrets, and losses of the past, and they still hold for some Virgos so much importance as time has frozen for some of you in terms of your emotional conditioning, right? Your emotional condition, the emotional um, habitat and your emotional world, it feels like it has been frozen, stuck in a moment that has passed. And it has been hard for some of you to be fully free from what was into what is and feeling okay with it, right? Feeling like uh that's I feel like some of you feel like that's not how it's meant to be or how it's supposed to be. So some of you are having a hard time accepting how things are emotionally speaking. It's like you don't accept either a choice that has been made and how that affects you right now, either that the choice was made by you or by another. There's a feeling of being sad, being really sad about a choice that was made that put, you and someone or you and an energy apart. It drifts you apart. So I feel like some of you with the lovers and the five of cups here, we're speaking about feeling sorry for choices that were done and choices that were not done as well. For some of you, I feel like maybe you feel like if you have done something differently, perhaps things would be different right now. But what this is creating is that feeling of um, being in that vibe of if I could only go back, Six of Cups, I would change so many things. And I feel like there's a value to that perception in terms of understanding how in the future you would now make certain choices, how you would now act, perhaps how you would now better understand, you know, relationship complications and complexities that you didn't before, or signs, red flags, alerts that were given to you that you didn't see as, you know, as what they were. And so it led you to, again, not see what was coming. I keep getting like some of you didn't see what was coming. You didn't really expect something to happen the way it did. And you just stuck on that feeling of not acceptance, because by accepting the reality of how something is, you feel like you will lose the very last thing you're emotionally attached to. So while some of you Virgos are emotionally attached to it, even if it's in a very negative self-harmful form, you still have something of it with you. If you fully release it and let it go and embrace where you are right now in your journey, it's the fear of fully being absent from an emotional attachment that some of you have with something that you didn't want to lose. I keep getting like, you didn't want to lose, you didn't want to lose, and you're hanged here in that experience with the hangman. Some of you are really stuck right now in November in this need to watch to what this is creating in your life, because I feel like some of you, it has been time to leave it behind and live life presently in a way that I keep getting like, some of you Virgos, it's like you're not living your life the way that you know you have to bring you hope, light, love, money, health, but you keep being almost like taken by this self-destructive current or despair uh, current that takes you back to have again choices that are completely opposite to the quality of life you really want to have. So you want love, or you want money or more abundance, or you want success, or you want health, whatever you want, whatever you're prioritizing right now as you really wanted to have it. But what choices are you making every day to meet that goal, right? The end goal could be money, right? Making more money, having more money. Are you putting in the work? Are you saving money? Are you having a good relationship with your value system? Do you value yourself? Do you understand money as energy? Do you feel abundant? Are you ready to receive? All of those things. What do you do with money? How do you think about money every day? This is an example. Some of you, you feel powerless. You feel powerless to choose. Because perhaps, there's a funny thing here. Some of you right now feel like you don't have power to choose because your choice was taken in an experience before, and that caused trauma with choice. I have to say, like, some of your issue with choice has to deal with the past. So it has to deal with something that happened to you where you felt like something was taken from your ability to choose and control, right? And so it's almost like some of you now choose to drift over life, like you're taken by the current, even if the current the current is the Five of Cups. So the current is about mourning, suffering, endless pain, endless crying over spilled milk, being in this constant state of being the widow. It's like the energy of being the widow of life. I feel like some of you Virgos, I feel like you have to, and in November it could be one of those moments where you're being asked to really look at reality, because you can see in the Five of Cups that this woman is so sad. She's so taken by despair and grief with the fact that someone here is leaving, right? She cannot look at it. This person is leaving, right? Or a situation has left your life, but this person cannot look at it because of the pain it brings, right? The tears, the suffering. But by not doing so, by refusing to confront a reality that could be emotionally painful to look at, what is she doing? She is living an illusion. She constantly is feeding an illusion. Or she is stuck by not seeing how, wanting to see how something is. She remains stuck, paralyzed, frozen again in an episode that this person cannot get over. right? It's like it's stuck there and there's no rewind and there's no forward. So I feel like some of you you have been told, I keep getting like some of you perhaps you have been told otherwise, like you're having, some of you are having a hard time face certain realities because either you have been told that something would be different, perhaps you were given false promises here, or you were given hopes that something would change, and maybe it will, but because of the time that it's taking, and because you're not coping okay with the time something is taking to return to you or to heal in you, um, you're doing things that are putting at risk or jeopardizing your progress, and are bringing as well a lot of I feel like some of you have some hostility um, as you go into December. Like I feel like some of you Virgos, people feel neglected by you. It's like you might be running, hiding from problems. Again, denial. Watch for denial in anything during this month because it's going to bring you unwanted results, I feel. Um, some of you, you have people that are upset with you because either you're not replying to their messages, you're not showing up to events, you're not um, involving yourself with them, you're not paying attention. It could be that this is causing you as well harm in your work. Perhaps you're not, able to keep up with the good, you know, uh, it's affecting the quality of your work, perhaps. Everything else that you have emotionally going on in your life. It's like affecting the quality of your work. Maybe it's making you distracted or making you late, or you're making, again, I just feel like if you start noticing that in November you have situations working against you, particularly those that are calling your attention, there could be a point to it, Virgo. There could be a point to the attention, the criticism that you are receiving. Something again that you're not seeing, that you're doing, or that is being done as well. For some of you, this could be obviously something that's being done that because you're so self-absorbed in depression or emotional sorrow, you're not seeing, right? And it could be even something good. For some of you, I feel like you're missing on something that really needs your attention before it gets to be even more complicated to fix. I feel like for the majority of you, this Five of Swords is bringing your attention to something you're running from, basically, that needs it needs you to face it off, right? It needs you to deal with it up front. Perhaps you're running from a fight that needs to happen to have this type of um, truth coming out. There's something here about you avoiding a fight uh, because of how much truth that might bring to the table, and disagreement, and so many things. It's not the most easiest and fun months for Virgo, but it's one that can be very truth telling and revealing to you, particularly for Virgos that feel like you're stuck in an energy that you yourself, perhaps you don't know why or when or how it started. It's like you just found yourself in a position of the hangman, that it's unwanted, right? A position that for you feels like you're debilitated, or that you can't change something, you can't do something, you can't act on something, you can't perform um, freely as you would like, or you can find, this joy. Joy is absent here, Virgo, and I feel like you need to define your priorities as being ones where you are in the center. And I feel like some of you Virgos don't put yourself enough as the center of your own personal universe, right? And so everything around you revolves around you. right? As an extension of you and your power and how you dictate your life needs to be. Because the choice here that some of you feel like you can't make right now, or that it's there's not even present in your life, it is present in everyday choices. Every single day you make thousands of choices that we take for granted, or we take as not being important, but they are. So that's the thing. The power of choice here, where you're applying it, where you're seeing it, and where you feel like you don't have choice. Because I feel like where you feel like you don't have choice also lies an answer that is very important to free you from what you feel right now you can't be free. And I keep getting like with you have the high priestess of air with your oracle card for November. You could be given tough love to awaken to this. So it could be that you receive messages or information, or you have people talking to you where they're telling you, look, this is not cool, or this is not how it's done, or why you didn't do this, or why you didn't say that. But it feels like a wake-up call. It feels like something that it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. You know that saying? So it's like, don't run. I feel like situations might be uncomfortable in November. Yes, they can give you an uncomfortable feeling, but don't run. Don't run. The trick here is not to run, is to confront. I also feel like for some of you that this is not necessarily about you. You could be sad with what you're seeing someone do that feels very destructive to their life. So basically, it could be a child, it could be a partner, it could be a friend, a family member. I feel like for some Virgos, there's a percentage, a minor one though, that this is about what you're seeing in others, how lost they are, and you want to help them choose better, or choose, to fight, and they're giving up. I feel like some of you feel like there's someone giving up on themselves, or you feel like giving up on yourself. So I would say like November is a red flag for Virgo in terms of there's warnings in your month. There's constant like things popping to for you to pay attention before it gets to this irreparable situation. Okay, when I say irreparable, is it's going to be twice as difficult to fix and handle something if you keep not acting upon it. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it, and please keep doing so. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.